actually ask you. The masterful Dejan. Well, see, the thing about that is where I work at a convenience store, and that says Dejan. However, the name the worst name I've ever been called was Dugan. He saw this spelling of my name in the store on my name tag and called me Dugan. So I'm actually gonna get started now. So my name is Dejan Price. I am a graduate of McDaniel College. They knew I was going to do this, and half of them left. I don't blame you. I love my people. I give them a hard time, and they give me a hard time in return. So as someone who went there, I graduated last year. I got my bachelor's degree in communication. And there are a lot of things that I learned as a college student, and I'm just going to share 4 of them with you tonight. I promise it won't be too long. 4? Okay, good. I'm going to try to count them. And why I think they're important. I promise I won't be up here very long. So, shall we get started? Yeah. Okay, so I want you to raise your hand and shout if you are a rising sophomore or junior. Yeah. They are not excited, I can tell you that. Raise your hand and yell if you are a rising senior. Now, here's the big one. Raise your hand and scream if you're going to graduate in the next year or two. Now, fun fact, the only reason I did that was because I wanted to see how many people I could get to scream and shout for no apparent reason. I didn't actually have a reason to do that. Period. I just wanted to see what I could do. All right, so there are many different things I learned in my experience, but I'm going to only share 4 of them with you today. Once again, this is number 4. So the first thing that I learned in college is to be honest. I don't know if this scenario sounds familiar to anyone, but you're walking to class and someone walks up to you and says, "How are you doing?" Almost instinctively, your mind goes to this 4-letter word that we like to use to cover up everything going on. Fine. Yes. Now, when I hear fine, I think of the following things. I'm functional. I'm insecure. I'm not okay. And I'm empty. I don't know if anyone else feels like that when we say fine, but I do. Now, here's the interesting part about that. Honestly, it acts as a cover-up for what's actually going on with you. And the problem with saying, I'm fine, you might actually be okay, but a lot of times you're not. And the problem with saying that is what you're actually doing is you're masking a wound that could be healed if you let the doctor see it. Now, who's the doctor I'm referring to? Everyone here is familiar with Jesus Christ. Everyone here is also familiar with prayer or the idea of communication. So here's what will happen. I'm struggling to pray. Why? Because I can't be honest. I can't be. There are about four different parts to you. There are things that you do, there are things that you think about, there are the ways that you feel, and then there's who you are. And all of them seem to be in conflict with one another. Lord, I'm your servant, but I was driving down the highway and someone cut me off and you flipped the table and I flipped them something too. I'm not telling you what it was. I thought some things that I shouldn't have thought. I might have done something. And now it's at conflict with who I am. Because I'm your creation. I am the splitting image of you, God in heaven, man on earth. I am you. So how can I go against who I am? But see, that happens a lot in a lot of different areas. The performance that happened earlier, shame, addiction, disease, sometimes we take those things on ourselves, and that's what we think that we are. And so we can't come to God as honest because there are those different pieces that are at war. So which one's correct? Sometimes, most of the time, all of them are. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because you're human. If you weren't broken, why did Jesus need to die? I imagine this conversation for a moment. Son, I need you to go down because the humans messed up. I need you to die. I need you to pay for their sins. He goes, okay. And he gets on the earth. He goes, Lord, I ain't broken. What you send me? I left my seat to come down here. Everyone's fine. Why am I here? I wasted my time. Take me back up. I don't need to be here. So there was no point. But he did. So being broken is actually part of being human. And you can only be what you are. So the more honest you are, the more available he is to patch up the wound that you keep trying to hide from not only him, but also from you. And if we can be honest, the hardest person to be honest with is you. Because you are the only person other than God that you can't run from. You have to live with you every day of your life. You have to wake up in the morning and look at you. Sometimes I'm scared of myself. I don't know about anybody else. And I don't drink coffee, so I just need to wake up and I'm like, wow, all right, I'm awake to work. Got an 8-hour day today. That's all right. I'll be fine. My man's listening like, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I won't tell you what caused it. That's the first thing. The second thing is people are imperfect. And that is okay. Even you with your holy, sanctified self. I don't know if anyone has had someone talk to them and take them off and you go, how could you be like that? And the truth is you could be that same person. As a cashier, I deal with people every day that are on a wide spectrum. You have people whose life goals seem to be to make you happy, and then you have people who just don't know what happiness is. If they like sat next to them and said hello and kissed them on the cheek, they just don't know. And it's always funny because my manager is like, how do you like keep your composure around people who seem to take you off? And I go, you know, at any point I could be that person. Truth be told, a lot of the reasons why people act the way that they act is because something has happened about them that you don't know. Yes, they're in a bad mood, but you don't know they found out that morning that their father died. You don't know that they just came from something that affected them badly. And all of us have those moments. All of us have those moments where we need more grace than we've ever needed before. And we don't ask for it. We just hope that at some point we'll send a signal to someone and they'll just pick up on it. I know how the dating game works. I'm going to send you a signal and you're going to pick up on it. And I'm going to send you another one. And then at some point, without opening our mouths and asking any questions, you will know what I want or what I need. That's not what happens. A closed mouth never gets fed. So why do you expect people to know what you think? You don't even know what you think. So how can someone else figure it out? They can't. And to be honest, sometimes I'm afraid to ask. Because A, I don't have the time, and B, I might not be able to put up with what they tell me. It's not that I don't care, but sometimes I don't. Because I got my own problems. Does that make me selfish? Yeah. And I guess that's just part of being human. Especially when a guy comes up to you and tells you that his wife might not make it, and you're a cashier and you don't know what to do. And they walk out the door, and the last thing you see is him holding a pack of Tic Tacs as if it's the last lifeline they'll have with their wife. I don't know. So, the third thing. Three. All right, see, I'm halfway done. You can be where you are, and it's fine. Now, this one is especially for the graduating seniors, all like 7, 8 of you that decide to stand up and shout. Thank you so much for doing what I asked you to do, because it made me feel really good, because I graduated and I feel really old. I'm only 22, I know, but I feel so far removed from you, but not at the same time. So, here's what might happen. It might not, but it might. What you might go through is after you graduate, you might feel this sense of dread. And you can't necessarily describe why. It's not that you're sad, you're not mad at anybody, no one's upset you, you didn't really wake up on the wrong side of the bed. It's just like there's something going on. And I might be able to tell you what it could be. You have now entered a realm that you've never been in. For the last 15, 16 years of your life, you've woken up every day with someone else telling you what to do. To some degree, generally. You're going to wake up, you're going to go to school for 8 hours, which, God, I don't know how I did that. God, I love college just for the reason I can nap whenever I want. And you did that until you hit this thing called 12th grade, and then once you hit that, you're like, all right, I'm going to walk across stage, get this thing, and then go to college. But even then, you were still, at some point, secluded because you still got to make your own schedule, but someone still told you what to do. You have to go to class, you have to do this assignment, I don't want to do this assignment, you have to do this assignment because you want to pass the class, I really don't care, but I do. So I'm going to do the assignment because I want to pass the class, because I want to get to the next grade, and eventually I want to get this piece of paper that said, congratulations, I spent 4 years at this university, and I've taken enough of my money where they give me a piece of paper and tell me not to come back. And then once you get it, you're supposed to know exactly what you're going to do. One of the most asked questions of college seniors is my question. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that degree? And for our communication majors, so mine is, do you use it? I mean, I guess all I do is talk all day. But the truth is, it's not what I expected, nor is it the answer that other people expect. See, other people expect you to reach their own expectation of who they think that you are, and what that actually does is it creates this false sense of reality. Because if you don't measure up to what they think you should be, then you're nothing. Or at least, that's how you feel. And that's that thing that might start to happen. You might start to look at people and go, they are 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and they're in a different stage of life. They're married? What? Excuse me? Ha, you're 20. What? How, y'all got 3 kids? Okay, that's another problem. What? Excuse me? You make 6 figures. You just got out of school. I've been in for 6 years. What? And you start coming up with these ideas of who you think you should be. And the conclusion that you come to is, I guess there's a problem with where I am. I should be further along than this. And really the answer is, and who are you to tell? How would you know where you belong? Honestly, it's a little bit arrogant. And I know, I've been there. I'm there right now. I feel as though at moments I should be much further along than I am because so are other people. Then the question becomes, maybe I'm not supposed to be there at the moment. One of the worst things you can ever do is get something that you're not ready for, because it will destroy you, good or not. It might be meant for you, but not at that moment. So the phase of life that you're about to go through, be okay in it. If you're single, be okay, be single, it's fine. It's fine. I know it sucks. He's like, I will if you will calm down, because at this present moment, I'm trying to train both of y'all, so when both of y'all pray you get together, y'all can figure something out. Because 2 imperfect people do not make a perfect union. They make a union of continuous possibilities to grow. That's what it actually is. And growth is not fun. Period. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a gym, but the moments where you feel strength are the moments where you feel like you want to crash the most. That very last rep. But you have to build up to that. Lord, I feel like I should make some more money. I need that. Yes, Jesus. He's like, okay, but if you don't know how to budget now, then when I give you more money, you're just going to blow it again. So I need you to be in this phase of life right now and learn the lesson that you need to learn. So when I decide to give you your increase, you will know what to do with it. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you, not harm you, plans to give you hope for a future. I know the plans. God does. Hey, God, you want to tell me the plan? Because for real, I'm trying to serve you, and if you let me know, we can get on the same page, right? And he's like, see, if I told you what the plan was, you might not like it. And you might run from it. Because you know who tried that? Moses did. I mean, I want to imagine someone, there's a burning bush. Like, I'm gonna cut it. What's that?
Take off your shoes. This is holy ground.
Oh, hold up. Come here, I need to tell you something. Oh, no. I'm gonna show him. No, be gone. I can't imagine what that was like. But at the moment where he finally figured out that it was actually God tells him, here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna lay it out for you. Here is the plan. There's no guessing. There's nothing. Here's exactly what I want you to do. And you know what he said with his crazy self? No. And he even said once. He said it multiple times. No, I can't do it. I talk too slow. Who's gonna help me? And God's like, you know what? Keep on over there. Excuses. Get your brother. Wait, he over there. Come here. Jack, where you at? Where my brother at? Put your hand up. Hey, get it. Love you, brother. Get your brother. He's gonna go with you and help you out. He knew what he had to do. He still said no. Adam and Eve had it easy. Don't do the stupid thing, please. It's one thing. You see that tree right there, the big one. It's the center. Center, right there. Don't eat it. Say it with me. Don't eat it. But you know we're children, and we do the thing that we shouldn't do. That look good. No, it doesn't. Y'all right. Adam, what were you doing? He's standing there. Eat it. What? Adam, you gonna say something? No, I'm good. Eve, you know what's up, right? No! Help me! I you are. It might not always be fun, but it's okay. It's going to be fun. Because if God has you there, then he knows when to take you out. He knows when the chicken's ready to come out the oven. Sometimes we don't. I'm hungry if y'all can tell. Don't lie to them. Come over there. I'm fine. All right. Now, last one. See? Look at it. I'm almost done. Last one. But this is the one that you know is true, but it's very difficult to wrap your mind around. God's got you, regardless of where you are. So, Matthew 6:26 talks about how the birds fly around and they don't store anything, but he feeds them. And so if he's going to feed the birds, then how much more is he going to take care of his own children? See, I like to think of a father that provides for the children, but also knows their needs. And God, if you're omniscient, then of course you know my needs. So then my question is, if you know what I need, then why is it that when I need it, you don't give it to me? Or is that a stretch? Has no one else felt like that? God, I need this thing right here, right now. I need this class, I need this money, I need this relationship, I need something. You know I need it. You made me. You know everything that's going on. I need this. But you won't give me what I need. If that be true, then how can you be God? How does that work? Because if I understand how a father works, you provide. You said that the birds have stuff that they need, and you know what I need. Well, the funny thing about needs is that a lot of times we confuse them with desperate wants. See, the word need is based on survival. I don't need these shoes. I'd really like to have them because if I walked outside on the rocks, I'd rather not cut myself. I don't need this shirt, but I figure a lot of people want me to have it. I'm just saying. But to be completely honest, I can most likely, I might be able to fulfill a life purpose or life calling from God without all of it. May run into some legal problems, but God is good. But see, we do that. We will do that. We will look at things that we desperately want. We will desperately want to no end and claim that we need them because they're at the forefront of our mind. Has anyone ever been infatuated with anything that you can't seem to get your mind off of? Yes. I want to ask what? It's another question on that. But to be honest, the longer you think about it, the more you feel like you need it. Yes. I'm gonna die, Jesus. It's like I don't know if y'all got kids. I don't think I do for myriad of reasons, but if God knows something I don't, let me know. If you've ever seen a kid go shopping, what you'll see is how they'll walk up to the toy. Ooh, Daddy, Mommy, can I have it? Like, no, I did it. I was 18 and I did it. That's weird. A man's got to play his PlayStation. You know, any 49 players in here might play Fortnite? No, all right, I'm in the wrong crowd. We got one wrong. Thank you. Honest brothers. Oh, there we go. The game might not be of God because we can't get off of it, but that's a whole other problem. Ladies, watch your men. Watch your men. We got Fortnite. You might not see us again. It's all right, though. Take us to church. We'll be out and right back in the room playing Fortnite. Anyway. But we will do that. We will look at the thing that we desperately want and call it that we need because we feel like we are going to die. Feel. It's funny. Feel. Something that I can't control but seems to control me sometimes. Something that is based on an outside stimulus to create a reaction in me that a culture says should be the foundation of my judgment. But you ever notice how it doesn't kill you? It doesn't. And see, God knows that. God knows the things that will kill you and the things that won't. Pain is not always bad. It's bad when its intention is to harm you. But let me make sure that you guys know that even the closest people to you can hurt you and not harm you because the intention is to make you better. The same thing works with God. The intention is to build you up so that you can accomplish the purpose that he gave you. Survival on this earth is not just about living day to day. It's about fulfilling the call that God has given you. But to be honest, sometimes we don't know where that leads us. So instead, he goes, there are things that I need you to learn along the way. For the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. If I remember correctly, when he was in the garden, after he made Adam, after he made Eve, he looked and he says, this is very good. So you are good by default. You don't have to become good. So your steps are always ordered, but you have to walk. Because if you don't walk, what are you ordering? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So as you go through those things, here, I'm here, now I'm there, now I don't know where I'm going, that's fine, just keep walking. Lord, something bad happened, that's fine, just keep walking. I went through a rough time with someone, that's fine, just keep walking. I lost my job, that's fine, keep walking. I failed a class, that's fine, keep walking. Because I am ordering your steps to where I need you to go. I'll leave you guys with this. I'll tell you a quick story. So about a year ago from today, I was eating dinner with my mom and dad in a restaurant. I was having a hard time dealing with a few things. My mom would call me every day and she would say, I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. And I hated it. And hate's a strong word. I hated it. That's why I stopped calling her. And so the purpose of this dinner was sit down, talk, catch up with family. And the question eventually came up, Benjamin, why'd you stop calling me? I said, Mom, here's my problem. Every time you call me and you say that you're proud of me, it makes me remember that I myself do not feel proud of me because I have yet to see something that I've accomplished that I should feel proud of. And she cried. I did too, because I felt that way. Emotions, that's how I felt. The truth is objective, but I felt something different. What I know, what I do, how I feel. I felt one way. My dad pulled me aside and he said, let me tell you something. Where you are right now is okay. Because if the idea is that your steps are ordered, and order is a process, and you cannot jump from the beginning to the end without going through the middle. Thank you.